are live. Plus a cat. We're heavy a cat. YouTube. Leonardo, YouTube. What's up, brother? You gotta go, brother. All right. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. Slight little cat interruption. Welcome back, all of you wonderful guitar-loving souls. And all you new subscribers, thanks so much. And if you're new here, I'm Jay Wills. Midlife dude. You taking off, Leonardo? No worries. Midlife dude, getting back into guitar and music after 22 years. Hung everything up. I used to play keyboard and sax back in the day. A little bit of guitar, but I always wanted to be a guitarist. So today is day 15 of 365 days in a row of playing guitar every day. That's the goal. So for 30 minutes. So thank you for tagging along, clicking on the video, and letting me torture your eardrums for the next year. So first things first. Let's see. Amazon truck just showed up. We're going to talk about that. Got some new books. Comments and thank yous first. A couple of acknowledgements with the PRS. However, almost forgot. Miss Jackson, she's back, baby. I was getting so frustrated. I was like, you know what? I can't just give up on this Floyd Rose system. I mean, for Christ's sakes, I've got industrial science and I'm a contractor. I should be able to figure this shit out if it's mechanical. So, put the old thinking cap on. And, you know, I did look up some YouTube videos, but they weren't working. At least, I don't know, I was probably doing something different. Anyway, I just kept fiddle-diddling with kind of how I thought this would make sense from a, not to get too sciencey, but like physics and tension and pulling and clamping perspective. Got it figured out. She's in tune, sounding awesome. We're gonna start off with the Boss Katana here in a bit because I had a fun little thing. Oh, also the new drum machine, and also I replied to, I don't have the comments up just yet. The DR880 machine. Yesterday we were playing around this for the first time. If I would have just switched this over to one extra preset, we're gonna get to that right off the bat. Okay, first things first though. Got a little lemon water. Actually, no, this is grapefruit water today. So, and all right, first off, thank you and comments. Get these out of the way. I'll open those in a bit. All right. Yeah, new subscribers. Holy cow! Thanks a bunch for tagging along with this epic journey. It's gonna be awesome, scary, and all that, but it's fun. All right, so. Glasses. All right. Oh, and also if you're new here, I am away from I'm not on the computer during the day or my phone for the most part. So if you throw a comment down, I give a little acknowledgement to it the next day because we're doing this every single day for the next year. So that's why we're doing what we're doing right now. So let's get to it. All right. So, at iRock5150, you should find a nice, simple music stand for the book. Oh, brother or sister, depending on who you are. All right, so in my upstairs bedroom, aka the graveyard black hole of accumulated life things, I totally forgot. I have a music stand on this premises somewhere. It may be out in the big shed, I'm not sure. But thank you for that reminder, because I hadn't even totally slipped the old 49-year-old brain. Oh, another thing, folks. Midlife, just turned 49, so yeah, the movie's about half over. Keep that in mind if you're not my age. And you are a little older, you already know. If you're a little younger, just keep that in the back. If you're wanting to set goals, accomplish stuff in life, don't wait too long. That's all I gotta say. So, thank you for that reminder. I'm gonna hopefully have a music stand. Dealing with that soon. At GHHD, hold on, I gotta pull this a little closer. All right, at GHHDGJJFJJGGJ. Wow. A mind-blowing tip I heard from my old teacher. To find the right notes of the key, just play any note. If it sounds wrong, then the right notes is just one fret up or one fret down from that note. Then you were in the key again. Yeah, right? I mean, there's not a lot of real estate. We're eventually going to find it, right? And I mean, yeah, maybe make the ears bleed a little bit, but there's going to be some good tones and some awesomeness in there that'll warm your soul. All right. Also from GHHDGJJFJJGGJ. Right on, man. I'm also getting back in the car. That's awesome, dude. It warms the soul, doesn't it? Oh, especially in the mornings when or long work day, just kind of fire that guitar up. And if any of you are guitar players, we're going to get into some lesson work today. And I'm not a teacher, by the way. I don't purport to be or anything like that. This is just me stumbling my way through and struggling my way through the next year of being a guitar player. But play along. Grab your guitar. You know, the cool thing about videos, you can pause them and mute them if it's too terrible, right? All that good jazz. But if I in any way inspire at least one person to get back into guitar, mission accomplished. So, thank you again. At iRock5150, hello sir, your videos just popped on the feed. I myself, going back on my guitar journey, need to find a couple of good books. Well sir, you are in the right spot. Well, at least temporarily. We're going to open those little Amazon packages up because there's 3 books in there that I'm going to start using because we can take I'll get to that in just a sec. When I'm dispensing with one book, getting some other books, getting a sort of a plan because, you know, that's useful. All right, a little farther at Matt Stevenson's. Hey, what's up, brother? Nice session today, buddy. Thank you. I appreciate that. We had first day for the drum machine. Really like the addition of the rhythm section. Yeah, it makes a big difference. But boy, is it, it's like, you feel like you're getting drug along. You're like, especially if you start thinking about it too much. I may very well have to consider this too. I definitely would. Because this little machine here, I'm sure they got better ones today and super fancy and all that stuff. This thing's super basic. It's like having your own drum and bass little trio behind you, or duo behind you, basically. Curious, is your 880 piped into that amp under it or into the other speakers? Good question. So, let me show you. Well, hold on. Let me double check machine getting most. Never mind, just noticed the cable run at 22. Well, nonetheless, I'll show you what's going on. So, can't really move the camera just yet. It's on a weird little gooseneck thing that shakes and wiggles and shit, so it'll make everyone nauseous if I do that. But let's move the jacks and I'm super stoked. I'm super stoked that I got her back in tune. No idea. I was just like total thorn in my side. Okay, so basically what I have is this old 25-year-old DR880 piped into this guy here, which is just basically a cheap custom bass guitar cab that I picked up off Amazon. I think it was during the pandemic when I had a hot minute. I was like, let me see if I can get back into playing my old 5-string, which is buried in that case over there. I didn't have any of my Ampeg stuff. I used to have a lot of cool bass stuff. Had a little half-stack Ampeg and a nice head and all kinds of cool shit. Sold all that. Anywho, so I picked this up. It was relatively cheap. Yeah, I did that for like a hot minute, and then life and work, and I was like, yeah. So again, struggle's real, folks, when you're older getting back into it. So that's what that is, and I'm just using it as basically a bass and drum little background that I plug into. We're gonna get to that in just a sec. I noticed my little pads to make beats are they're 25-year-old rubber. They worked a lot better 25 years ago, to be honest. But the presets work. Most everything else works on it for the most part. So that's that. Okay. I think that's it on the comments, so we're good there. And again, thank you all for tagging along with me on this journey. So, first things first. The one dude, McCarty. Man, I'm butchering it. Anyway, the PRS update. Because now that I'm motivated and I figured out how to tune this little bee's knees, I will come back to. Yeah, I ripped the spine out of the PRS, and I was almost ready to put this in a case and leave it there for a long time. But I'm going to put it all back together and fiddle-diddle with it. Probably not till next weekend, to be honest. Just say a full work week. Today's Sunday. Real life starts tomorrow, basically, all over again. But yeah, we're going to fix this. This will become into the rotation once again. Okay, so, all right, so books. People are like, well, why are you getting new books, Jay? Well, as some of you know, I was working on this old book until I realized that the dude, number one, it's all finger picking, which is totally cool, by the way. I just use a pick, right, for the most part. I don't have long werewolf kind of nails, and I'm not saying that as a negative, by the way, but it's just that I will never be able to grow my nails out to use them the way that this guy in here has nails like a werewolf. I was like, man, you do not work in the trades, brother, because you could not survive. I mean, maybe you could, but I can't. Anyway, so we're dispensing with that. What we've been using is this old gig bag book of scales. It's got 180 scales in it. It's been pretty cool. I've been, and you all are saints for letting me just murder your eardrums. And going through this stuff and practicing. But that's why we're here. That's why we're here, to see this evolution, because it's absolutely going to be an evolution. So, let's get to the old Amazon packages and see what came in the mail today. So, all right. I mean, I know what's coming. I just thought it was kind of fun. Okay, so this one here is called Guitar Fretboard. All right, so memorize the fretboard in less than 24 hours. We shall see about that. So, that's one we're going to be using. Whoop-ah. There should be two in here. Feels kind of heavy. Yeah. All right. So, All right. Yep. 2 books as planned. All right. So, guitar chords. Per my one dude, SK6. I'm going to try not to butcher it, but I still call you Skates just because you're one of my first subscribers, and I think it's awesome. We're going to start working on some chords. So that's going to be today, because this is going to be super helpful, because on the DR880, like I mentioned yesterday, I totally forgot that tells you what key we're in. And because I have no clue where the keys are on the damn fretboard just yet, this is going to be super useful. So we got guitar fretboard, we got guitar chords, I'm going to do with that, and then I got guitar exercises for beginners, because I am a beginner. 10 times your guitar skills in 10 minutes a day. Well, we're doing one better. We're doing 30 minutes a day. Actually, it's a little bit more. I do my little drills in the morning with some coffee, and then I've been jamming a little bit, just strumming and whatnot. Now I can incorporate some chord practice too, which is going to be cool. So, pretty excited to be doing that. But enough yapping. Miss Jackson's back. All right. And for all of you who are listening, I am not an expert guitarist at all. I am super beginner. So if it's a bit murderous on the ears, my apologies. But it's part of the process. It is. So let's go katana off the bat. Turn on. Hopefully the settings stay the same. And then we'll go back to some crunch settings. But you got to hear this. Preset 26 with some very amateur soloing. Check it out. Move this out of the way. Oh, it's all tangled up. Come on now. Seriously? Seriously? There we go. All right. Oh. Scrape the guitars. All right. Okay. First off, let's check out what number 26 sounds like. I figured out I can turn that off. Let's fast forward to this, so no one has to hear all of them. Oh, and if you're wondering, if I don't turn that off, this is what it sounds like. Oh, wait. I gotta turn that on. Got to keep pounding through them, basically. Hold on. Okay. So, preset 26 in the key of E, which works because this is all tuned standard straight across. B, E, blah, 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 all the way down. But check this out. Now, we're going to jam. We're going to practice some other stuff, but I'm going to switch amps. But this is pretty cool, I got to say. Oh, that's not good. Struggle's real, folks. It's not the right setting from this morning. Oh. Just a whole bunch of stuff I don't want on. Sort of. There we go. That's better. I don't think it's kind of cool. thought that was kind of cool. That's going to get a lot better and work itself out in the future. But she's back though. Anyway, this thing just sounds awesome. Okay, so enough fiddle-diddling with that. That may have fell out of tune just a little bit. I'm still struggling with that guitar. I'm not gonna lie. But we're gonna swap this thing over back to the Orange Terror because this thing is one of my favorite amps of all time. Boop. Boop. Let her warm up. There we go. Okay, so let's take a little look-sees at guitar exercises for beginners. So, all right. We'll see what kind of exercises there are, and then what I'll probably do, take an exercise and fiddle-diddle with it, each day, and then once it gets, I get like, I don't know, 80-90% proficient with it, we'll move on from there. So let's see what's going on. What do we got? All the praise. It's always good. It's always good to have a page in your book, right? That's got, it says it's got some customer feedback. So that's cool. Sweet, sweet. Someone's been trying to learn for like 12 years. Blah 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 blah. Oh, yeah. All right. That's cool. Purchased that. Yeah. Sweet. Seems to be pretty positive. So it seems like it'll work. All right. So, and who's this by? Get the right credit. Oh, it's by Guitar Head. I don't know if it's like has an actual author. I want to give props where props is due. Anyway, it's by Guitar Head. So let's take a look. We dedicate this book to the complete Guitar Head team, supporters, well-wishers, and the Guitar Head community. It goes without saying that we would not have gotten this far without your engagement, critique, and support. Well, that's cool. It's by 2020, so it's relatively new. It's like 5 years old. All right, no worries. It's current. All right, so what do we got there? Guitar tablature, how to use that. Let's play some melodies. All right, so I'm pretty familiar with tabs, so I'm going to skip over some of this stuff. And apparently there's like some accompaniment that's online that comes with it, but we're just going to we'll figure it out. We'll figure it out. It's fine. All right. So, and if any of you are wondering, you can go out and get these books, but I'd say, if you're following along and you're a guitar loving soul, like myself, before you spend that money, let's get a couple of weeks into this, and see, or at least a couple of lessons, because, who knows, it may suck and I may not end up going through, but it seems to be okay for right now. So, it says where the frets are, we're good there. Guide to tablature, strings, I'm good with strings. Fingers, I'm good with the fingers. So we can skip forward a little bit. And obviously your time may vary on guitar, whatnot, but it's always good to know, what strings are which. It's always good to know what fingers are which when it comes to tablature, so that's always a good thing. Barred string tablature, we're good there. Good there. Multi-string, good there. Two-finger independence, we're good there. Two-finger independence exercise 3. Although, you know what? No. I don't want to skip over too much stuff. Let's go two-finger exercise. Oh, you know what? How about this? Exercise 1. Let's just start from scratch. We'll get it all down. So, open string tablature exercise. So basically what this is this is saying we're going to go through every string one at a time, all the way up, all the way down. From low E to high E, but in this case, we're going to do it on the Jackson. Yeah, I'm going to definitely be looking to try to find that music stand for sure. All right, get a pick, turn you on, and we can go a little crunch with practice. Yeah. Sorry, it's just this. I have not played her in quite a bit, and it's like, oh, you're back. Although, still a teensy weensy bit out too. But I did get the bridge almost relatively flat. I'd say it's like 98% flat. It's like tucked down just a little bit. We'll figure it out. Okay, so. I'm gonna leave it on a little bit of crunch just because it sounds cool when you're practiced to have a little bit of gain. So this is just an open, so all the way up, all the way down. All right. All right, it's a lot of mud. It's a lot of mud. Let's not have that as muddy. All right, that's exercise 1. All right, that's cool. Exercise 2, barred string tablature exercise. So, it's just basically just pick some shit. It has 7. We'll go with 7. See, that's the part, that struggle is real too. Oh, bar chords, especially on those bottom strings, man, that'll put a cramp in your forearm for sure. But that's pretty much it. Also, it's a little, this is a little wider fretboard than a 6-string, so. All right, that's cool. Let's move it up a little bit. That's cool. Take that. All right, exercise 2 down. Yeah, we may go through these a little quicker than I anticipated. All right, so exercise 1 and 2, I think we're good there, proficiency-wise. Multi-string tablature exercise. All right, let's see what this is all about. All right, do a little camera check. Did get the old phone plugged in, so it's a little low right before it hopped on. Think we're good? Yeah, we're solid. Super solid. Super solid. Okay, so multi-string tablature exercise. So, 3-0-2-3-0-2-0-1. All right, we'll probably hang on this a little bit longer because that's a little more complicated. So let's go 3. All right, where we at? So 3 round. Oh, that's actually starts on the second one. I put a little squeal in there. Oh, 1. Kind of a weird. Oh, it's a C major scale. Ah, gotcha. That's why I was like, what's up with that? So 3, no, 3. Okay, so that's a C. Okay, it's based off the C major scale. All right. Well, that's a little rough around the edges, isn't it? See if we can make it sound cool though. Let's go. That is definitely off. Oh, there we go. There we go. Oh, that's kind of nice. Whoop, whoop. Every now and then you gotta try throwing in there. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Well, that works though. That's not too bad. I can get down with that. Exercise 3. There we go. That's pretty cool. But isn't it time for a little DR880? I think it is. We're gonna have intermittent riff exploration, jamming. That's the whole reason we're here. Mileage, folks. It's about mileage. You are still listening. Consistency and mileage, aka time. That is what is going to be the recipe for this old man to get back into music. So, however, I think we may switch guitars because that B string is not being like it should be. No pun intended. Turn that on. So we're going to pull out other guitar that those of you who are familiar have been hanging around. Picked this up yesterday, quite literally. And I hope it stayed in tune. Please stay in tune. Alright, hey. That does that. That's there. I don't even know if this is in drop or not. Oh, no, just straight E. That's totally fine. Let's see what happens. Still haven't figured out how to speed it up or slow it down yet, but we'll get on that in the future. It's hard to get a rhythm. It's day 2 of having something playing behind me. It's so awkward and weird. It's all improv. It's all like just making shit up. That's kind of cool. Nope, wrong one. Yeah, that might work. Gotta put some like runs and feels and shit in there, but you know, it'll work itself out. I know it's all single notes right now, but it'll turn into something. I don't know any chords yet. It's a power chord. No. Nope. Move down, figure it out. Oh, there we go. And when I actually learn the chord of that, that'll sound a lot fuller and thicker, hopefully. See what else we got. So that was 26. Pretty cool. That'll turn into something probably. Oh, that's super fast. Oh, that's super fast. However, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna turn that down. And we're gonna drop this thing down. Just because we have to, man. Just drop these at best. That'll work. And then the old brain, left hand, right hand, not syncing up, but it'll be fine. A little more crunch always helps everything. Right about, yeah, that'll work. Okay, so let's see. It says dream rock. How about dark dream rock? Because for the dark terror. See, check it out. You can turn the bass all the way up. Check it out. And I can turn the drums. Pretty cool, huh? And then obviously drums. Heavy duty bass, counting the drum stuff out, but that's kind of cool. See, it's ballad rock. This has G, A minor, B minor, C, G, F, C, and D. Half of them, I don't know where they're at yet. A. Can't get out of that. Gotta find it. Just gotta find it. I just want to keep. Okay, that's 31. So fast. Oh, so fast. Slow it down a little bit, just a teeny bit. kind of cool. Nope, that's not it. I kind of dig that. I kind of dig that. All right, that's cool. Oh, no. Oh, come on. Ah. Bass. Come on, D7. What the? Ah. Nope. This is a really cool backing beat. We're at 30. Thank you for letting me punish your eardrums. It wasn't all torturous. But cool stuff. Super, super cool stuff. So, exercise 3. We're going to start with exercise 4 tomorrow. And continue with guitar chords. Do a little fiddle diddling with Jackson for tuning. And then, yeah. Peace. See you tomorrow.